Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be trying Oktoberfest from Yellowhammer Brewing out of Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you for watching. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. It, again, is the best time of the year. It is the time when the leaves are changing. It's getting a little bit cooler, and we're having some Oktoberfest beers. Before we get there, though, be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. Check us out on social media. Links are below in the description. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. What Oktoberfest beer are we drinking today?
Today, we are going to Huntsville, Alabama. Yellowhammer Brewing, their Oktoberfest lager. So I'm a bit thirsty. I think we should open it.
Indeed. Indeed. I love Oktoberfest. This one is pouring out nicely. It's
good color.
A very orange color.
Remember, Oktoberfest lager.
Oktoberfest lager. I'll say that.
It's classified as the Motzen beer. So
German, Vienna, and Munich malts.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
cheers, mates. Let it dead air.
Look at that. All three cups, huh?
I think it's the first time we all matched.
Oh, nice.
Our glasses, at least.
If only you'd have the shirt.
If only.
It should be obvious that we do not plan this. So
Three wrongs don't make it right.
there you go. All right, Andy, nerd out for us. What can you tell us about the Oktoberfest from Yellowhammer?
Well, Jay said German, Vienna, and Munich malts. It's 5.5%, 0 IBUs. I can tell you a little. That's about it. That's all they kind of give on that. I can tell you a little about Yellowhammer, started in 2010 out of Huntsville, influenced by they're by German and Belgian beers in their brewing traditions, and they put a southern interpretation into it, according to them. So,
yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just gonna say sorry that we haven't gotten a few more from Yellowhammer in there. I know we've done several from Straight to Ale. Given Yellowhammer is actually distributed somewhat over to Mississippi and local to me, we need to definitely add a few more to the lineup there.
Yeah, they've got a good IPA. I like Your Cheating Heart. It's a good one.
Had that this weekend.
And we'll definitely run out of things that we can get in the local areas, so we can space it out a little bit too. So just real quick, was that kind of like a little neighborhood function a few weeks back, and this guy has in our neighborhood has a Yellowhammer shirt on, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a brewery shirt, and apparently it's not a brewery shirt. It's something to do with Alabama. The football program or sports program there.
Yeah, that's part of their their chant or their fight, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
Jammer, Yellowhammer.
Yeah, see, I'd never heard the Yellowhammer part. That was the first time I'd ever seen
so
that.
The Yellowhammer is the Alabama state bird as well. So there are lots of connections there to it.
Did not know the Yellowhammer was a type of bird. I like they've got the bird as their symbol. It's a cool one.
Prost.
There we go. And Brost, yeah. Definitely. We learn something new on this show all the time, and it doesn't always, correlate to beer knowledge. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different foreign influences in the city of Huntsville as well. German is, as we've talked about in the past, there's a heavy German influence because in the late 40s, 50s, 60s, Werner von Braun and his entire team were relocated. Thus, it became known as the Rocket City. Most people, little known fact, they associate von Braun with NASA and so forth, but originally he was brought over and was an Army employee. So the Army, he developed rockets for the Army before they even established the NASA administration. So
cool. All right. Any other information on Yellowhammer or the Oktoberfest lager that they provide here?
No.
All right. Let's go around and rate. Andy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you go first.
Yeah, because I've had this.
I think I've had it. And I think I logged it in the past, and it's one that I drink again. It's got, it's almost like they put a little spice in it. I can get the malt character to it, but almost like a little spice was added, but it doesn't mention it anywhere. So can't put almost like a pumpkin style beer to me. So like I said, I'll drank it in the past. I'm drinking it now. I'll drink it again. I'll give it a 7.0.
All right, I'll go next. Since this is from Huntsville, and that's Jay's stomping grounds. I too have had this one. Again, if I go to the store and there's any kind of Oktoberfest beer, I'm going to buy it. So I'm probably going to buy several of them. But this is one that I hadn't really remembered having. I mean, I know I've had it, but I hadn't remembered the taste. I guess we put it that way. I'll be honest, that spice, whatever you want to call it, Andy, it's really not my favorite. It kind of turns me off to the beer a little bit. The malts and everything are fine, but that spice or whatever it is just kind of lingers, and it's not bitter, but it's just you described it the best way I think it's possible. It's just almost like a pumpkin where you have that kind of spiciness, but I don't know why it's there, and I don't really care for it to be honest. So this one's going to go a little bit lower. I mean, it's fine. It's just not what I expected, and not going to be my favorite Oktoberfest, and probably one that I'd be okay not reaching for again. This time next year, I'll probably forget about it, and I'll probably buy, another 6-pack or, whatever. But anyway, I think for me, this one it's a 5.5.
Wow. I just get this image of you every time when you say, I'm okay not having it again, or like you said, you're in the beer store and you're like, and you withdraw and I'm okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So note to all of our followers who are distributors or liquor store owners, beer store owners, anytime you want to sell something to Ben, mark it as an Oktoberfest or put some, orange with the big Stein on there that makes it look like it's related to Oktoberfest with the blue and white check.
Yeah.
You'll buy it.
You put the Bavarian flag. Put the Bavarian flag on there, and I'm taking it. So
you'll buy it.
Just go ahead and give it to me.
I think this one's interesting. It's different. I had it as recently as actually last night. I was at a barbecue festival competing, and it's. I think we have to keep in mind that they call this an Oktoberfest lager, where most Oktoberfest are Marzens, right? So,
yep.
It's highly carbonated. I don't know if people can see the bubbles, but it's got something there on the back end. I'm with Andy. I think I would drink it again. It's not something I'm going to go to every day, and it's not something I'm going to drink over and over again. But I'll still give it a 7.
All right, that will give us a 6.5 for the Oktoberfest lager from Yellowhammer out of Huntsville, Alabama. Again, slap that Bavarian flag on it. I'm going to buy it. I'm sure there are other people out there like me. But at the end of the day, one that hey, you can try and let us know what you think as well if you come across it. We'd love to hear your comments on it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share that notification bell, and check us out on social media. And Jay, just as a question, it's like, what do you have to do to get ready for a barbecue competition? Or that you have to like run or do push-ups or?
Oh, there's a ton of prep work that goes into it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
usually days of prep work.
right. Well, you said you were competing, so, and I know what you're doing, but I just, I didn't know if you have to get in shape for that.
It takes years of training, Ben.
I'm sure. That's why I don't do it. So, all right, for Jay and Andy in the attic, furrowing his brow
Cheers,
at our
mates.
conversation.
Cheers,
End
mates.
it. Just turn it off.
Cheers, mates.